The 12th episode of Mickey Mouse Works is pretty good. We have a pretty great batch of cartoons here. As always, I will be discussing these cartoons from two perspectives. One, how I feel about watching them with a second viewing, because I watched these as part of Disney's House of Mouse, and two, how I feel they are as a package as part of Mickey Mouse Works. And I have to say, this is a pretty great package. Interestingly, we don't have Goofy, and up until this point, I think we've had a Goofy how-to or a Goofy Extreme Sports in every episode, so it's a little bit unusual that it's not in here, but it's not a problem. It starts off with a short one, Pluto Gets the Paper Bubblegum, and I think this is one of my favourite Pluto Gets the Papers because, quite frankly, I love the colour of the bubblegum, and I think it's beautifully animated and rather enjoyable. It's short, it's sweet, a nice way to kick things off. And then we have Mickey and Minnie, and Mickey decides to try and cook something fancy for Minnie, and his motivations are actually jealousy, because another character, I won't say whom, but a character we haven't met yet in Mickey Mouse Works, he thinks another character is trying to steal Minnie and doing so through fancy cuisine. So he's not cooking her something different because he thinks she deserves it, even though I'm sure he does. He's doing it out of jealousy, and I think it was a pretty surprising animation, one that took a direction I hadn't expected. I really enjoyed it the first time. I really enjoyed it again. The third one is a Donald and the Big Nut, and this is actually Chip and Dale, and I think this is the first time Chip and Dale have been in Mickey Mouse Works. I could be wrong, but I think it is. But either way, Donald, Chip and Dale animations are always a lot of fun. Chip and Dale are fabulous. This one is, as the title suggests, about a giant nut. And the journey's not too bad, but the destination, honestly, the final frame with this one is just one of my favourites. I think it was the final frame. I just absolutely loved it. Really enjoyable. Not my all-time favourite Donald, Chip and Dale, but definitely a good cartoon. And then, maybe not the best decision, we have another Mickey and Minnie. I feel like they could have put something else in here for a bit of variety, but thankfully Topsy Turvy Town is quite an interesting cartoon because Minnie and Mickey are having a drive and they end up in, well, Topsy-Turvy Town, and everything there is upside down, backwards, unusual, and their punishments for broken laws are quite interesting. And I can't remember how I feel about this the first time, but I did remember that I couldn't remember it very well, because there are a lot of obviously unusual things, topsy-turvy things, that make it quite fascinating. So I was quite keen to watch it again, and I enjoyed it. As I said, maybe it wasn't the best decision to have two Mickey and Minnie cartoons in one episode. They could have put a Goofy one there for balance, but generally I liked it. So we don't really have anything Daisy here, but we do have Pluto, Mickey, Minnie, and Donald. Definitely the smallest number of the sensational six in any one package. But because the cartoons themselves are all really enjoyable, I'm not really able to complain. The 12th episode is definitely a good one.